Hey, what's up? It's Rippa here. Gonna go over my Nefarian tanking strategy. Um, my haste tank, so I got 7.2 rune regen. I'm a little bit over on expertise because, dragon parry thing's real. And I'm sitting about 90% on my blood shield.
I want that rune gone. Get it out of here.
I'm waiting on the pre-time here. I'm not gonna pre-army at 1 second and drop down and pre-pot as I'm going down. As soon as I hit right here up the ground, I'm gonna taunt and then outbreak and death strike, heart strike, death strike again, and then heart strike. And I'm looking to see if my trinkets proc. If my trinkets don't proc, then I'm gonna hold my DRW and just get my goal out early and get another heart strike and death strike out. And I'm waiting for about 27 seconds into the fight, and I'm gonna use this last blood rune, and then I'm gonna blood tap, and then I'm gonna put my D&D down, redo my bone shield, get out my DRW, outbreak, and be ready to just start tanking the boss. So 30 seconds into the fight, Nef's gonna come down. As soon as Nef comes down, you want to start getting, the cleave damage on him and a threat and spread your dots to him so he's doing less damage. But also, you want to start running your cooldowns. Um, it's usually about 3 or 4 seconds. Once he comes down, he'll start hitting you. So I wait those 3 or 4 seconds to actually use my Icebound Fortitude. And then when Icebound Fortitude's pulling off, I'm going to put on Vamp Blood and AMS and just get to death striking. And I will gauge my health and Ani's health based on if I'm going to use my ERW and double death strike. Because if things are looking dicey and I don't like how my health's getting low and the fight's dragging on and I'm getting out of cooldowns, I'm going to ERW and double death strike. And if the boss is still high, then I'm going to call for pain sup. But right now we got enough damage to blow through it that we're not really having to go into ERW plus paint up. So once Ani's dead, I'm just getting over here to my pillar and I'm just doing a rotation on this guy, making sure that I keep enough runic power to kick. And the rest of the group are doing their own thing on their own platforms. I'm solo in this one. So I get them down as far as I can, and on the fifth interrupt is when I call for them to burn their mobs, and then the lava comes down. I'll stay up there on the platform till the sixth interrupt. As soon as the sixth interrupt comes out, I'll interrupt, jump down, and get ready to taunt the boss. So I taunt the boss because they're dotting it, and I want to make sure that I'm a lead on threat. And I face the dragon right here with the tail, not facing the mob because they're still having to interrupt that mob that's on the platform. So if the tail is pointing at it and they get too close, they'll get tail whipped. They'll miss the interrupt. Blast wave comes out and it's white. So right here, I'm just rolling a cooldown for every um, crackle, and making sure that if a crackle's coming out and I'm at 100% HP, that I'm holding a death strike for crackle. So 100 HP, crackle comes out, I dip down, boom, hit a death strike, and then I'm looking at my off tank and trying to figure out where he's at, and I'm trying to keep positioning the boss so that he's going to be on the left side, not the tail pointing at him. If you point the tail at the off tank and the ads go down and the ads reanimate, he can, the ads just go wherever. And if they're running to the group, he'll get tail whipped a lot of the times just trying to get the ads. So I'm just trying to keep him on the left side. Um, Pretty much just maximizing my death strikes and my runic tap and just rolling cooldown. So I'll cycle through my IBF for a crackle, and then I'll hit my AMS, and then the next one I'll either trinket and vamp blood, and then the next one AMS should be back up, and then by that time, Vamp Blood should be back up, and then the next one should be IBF again, and then the next one should be AMS. So you're just cycling through them, and you want to do like AMS a different cooldown, AMS a different cooldown because of the way AMS just comes up. And I'm not really AMSing Shadow Breath unless they line up with a Crackle. If they're like within 5 seconds of each other, I'll AMS the breath and the Crackle. And then just making sure that you keep your bone shield up. It's like priority number one for pretty much haste tanks because you need that mitigation all the time. And then just keep rotating, keep looking at where the boss is at. Um, if you get low, you need to ERW and double chop them down with death strikes to keep up. But I usually will hold my ERW unless I don't have a cooldown or I have to use a different cooldown or it's in between cooldowns and crackles to get my health topped off because I want to be 100% HP when he crackles because a lot of times what he can do is melee, crackle, melee, and that's like 230 to 240,000 damage in 2 seconds. So you just always want to be topped off for crackle in case you take that. And then, at the end there, I used my army just because our healer that was healing the off tank went down. So that's that. Uh, Enjoy.
Fucking hate this boss.